Welcome to Prompt Your Life. I am Christoph Theodor. Today's mission: total sovereignty.
Most of us want a long life, but modern medicine has created a harsh reality. We are extending our lifespan without extending our health span. For the average person, adding decades means accumulating disease, frailty, and cognitive decline. Then there are the ultimate outliers. Centenarians and supercentenarians routinely cross the threshold of 100 or even 110 years old. And amazingly, they do this while remaining highly active, mobile, and mentally alert. This is a medical concept called compressing morbidity. Instead of a gradual downward slope of decline, superagers maintain a high plateau of physical function. They avoid major diseases, experiencing a steep drop only at the very end. This raises a question of biology. Are these individuals simply the winners of a genetic lottery? Or is this physiological resilience a state we can actively replicate? Finding the formula for a century-long life means stripping away the wellness hype and looking at human survival through three distinct lenses: the world around us, the choices we make, and the cells inside us. We start at the macro level, in regions known as blue zones. In these distinct geographic pockets, like Okinawa, Japan, or Sardinia, Italy, longevity is engineered into the landscape rather than found in a pharmacy. Blue zone infrastructure naturally nudges people into constant movement. Walkable villages, steep hills, and manual routines like gardening require continuous, low-intensity physical effort from morning until night. That physical architecture is matched by a social one. These communities feature multi-generational living arrangements and tight safety nets. By keeping aging relatives close and active within the family structure, they limit the physical and mental damage caused by isolation. They also maintain a culturally embedded sense of purpose. In Okinawa, they call it ikigai, a specific reason to wake up every morning. Demographers calculate that maintaining this psychological grounding correlates to an extra 7 years of life expectancy. In these regions, longevity is not a health goal. It is a byproduct of a physical and social architecture designed to keep stress low and human connection high. Zooming into the individual level, researchers have identified specific behaviors, often called the Power 9, that translate this environmental advantage into personal health. This includes a plant-slanted diet, heavy in beans, whole grains, and antioxidant-rich greens. They stop eating when they feel about 80% full, and they practice daily downshifting rituals, like taking a nap, praying, or having a glass of wine with friends, which lowers the stress hormones that drive chronic inflammation. This bar chart visualizes recent international data, proving that health span does not require a massive lifestyle overhaul. Adding just a 5-minute walk at a moderate pace, gaining 5 extra minutes of quality sleep, or eating 1 additional serving of vegetables each yields a measurable reduction in mortality risk. When combined, these tiny daily tweaks synergize. That minor output of effort adds up to a full extra year of healthy lifespan. Our daily choices act as a biological bridge. They take the inputs from our environment and translate them into direct chemical instructions for our internal biology. At the micro level, those chemical instructions dictate how our bodies handle the 12 hallmarks of aging. These are the root errors of human decline, where DNA becomes unstable, mitochondria lose power, and cells accumulate internal debris, eventually refusing to divide. Lifestyle dictates about 80% of how these errors progress, but surviving past a century does require some genetic luck. Superagers often carry protective genes, like specific variants of FOXO3A and ApoE. These genes act as gatekeepers, aggressively repairing DNA and shielding cells from oxidative stress. Modern biotechnology is now trying to bypass the genetic lottery altogether. Scientists are testing pharmaceuticals designed to chemically trick the body into activating these exact same survival pathways. One candidate is rapamycin. Originally discovered in the soil of Easter Island, researchers found that it inhibits a cellular growth pathway called mTOR. By pausing cell growth, rapamycin forces the body to clean up damaged cellular debris, extending lifespan in animal models. Another candidate is the diabetes drug Metformin, which improves how cells sense and use energy. But hacking these ancient biological pathways with off-label drugs is difficult. Attempting to force longevity chemically carries real risks of suppressing the immune system or inducing insulin resistance. While biotech hunts for a pharmacological shortcut to cellular youth, the data remains clear. The safest, most proven method to activate these longevity pathways is still behavioral. Extreme longevity occurs through a synergistic cascade. A supportive environment encourages habits that, over decades, preserve the integrity of our cells. You don't need a flawless genetic code or a regimen of experimental drugs to drastically compress your own morbidity. The most powerful, scientifically validated longevity technology on Earth is entirely free. It is the act of taking a walk, eating plants, getting enough sleep, and connecting with a tribe. Crossing into the triple digits is a byproduct of architecture, a life built biologically and socially to sustain high-level function until the very end.
The future isn't something that just happens to us. It's a landscape we build, one decision at a time. Whether it's how we invest our resources or how we protect our well-being, the power lies in being intentional. You don't need a perfect plan to start. You just need the curiosity to learn and the courage to adapt. Every small shift you make today creates a more resilient version of your future self. Design your life with Prompt Your Life. The future